can you ever imagine that there can be some words which can actually give you an immense healing and can help you to grow spiritually? Well, in today's session, we are actually going to discuss about such words known as switch words. Hi, this is Nimisha Pancholi, and you are watching us on the series on healing modalities. Ma'am, can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Myself, Swapna Ramesh. I'm a Reiki master healer. I do teach Reiki, and other than that, I follow many other modalities like EFT, switchword, mudra therapy, past life regression, then bachelor remedy therapy, color therapy, and many other things.
So, ma'am, can you please describe your journey of finding switch words? Like, how did you got to know about them? And then how did your life changed because of switch words?
Actually, somewhere in 2018, I found found an ad in Facebook. So out of curiosity, I just joined. And then I started applying it and I started giving to my Reiki students, my clients, my friends. And I myself found it working. And also I got a lot of feedback from others. So that developed a trust.
Okay. And that is how your journey began on switch
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, can you please share some benefits of using switch words?
After learning that, it has become a habit of using them whenever I get stuck in any situation. Especially during COVID time, I have given them to many clients, Reiki students, and people who are suffering. So it has benefited and helped many people.
So, ma'am, can you please give us few benefits of using switch words? Like, if someone uses it, then what are the benefits that that person can get out of it?
There are so many benefits. They can actually, for any situations, you can use switch words. For I see, because any situation, whether it is getting admission in a college or getting job or go for a travel, getting visa or any situation, name it, and call me court case, you can use it. Use switch words. But for personal healing and for emotional problems, you can go for healing quotes. That's a part of switch words. And for every disease, you will get a code available for it. There is a code available.
Okay. So, ma'am, do you know about some success stories of people who have used switch words, or if maybe you can share your success stories of using switch words in your life?
There are so many that will take hours if I started it. But main thing that because in 2018 I started, then used it. So during the COVID time, I had seen a massive uses of it because people were not getting admission in hospitals. There were less beds available, and they were not getting oxygen cylinders. Scarcity of oxygen cylinders were there. People were facing depressions, anxiety, and then insomnia problem. So such times I have just suggested them some switch words, and most of the 99% we got results. That was that the trust become very strong since then. So and there are so many incidents that you can use it. But and I told you, not just literally any situation you can use switch words,
Hmm. Okay. So, ma'am, now
and
on this note, can you
especially for
please?
getting misplaced items. So that also
Hmm.
a very common used one, switch word. I mean, usually people use a lot for that to getting back
Okay.
the misplaced item.
Meaning, if someone loses something, then in order to find it, we can
Yeah,
make use of switch words to find it faster.
switch word. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, on this note, can you now please describe what actually a switch word is?
Switch words are words which quickly switch your energy from one dimension to another dimension. Just like switch, no? Just when the moment you put
Hmm.
us on a fan, it's gets on. Same way, it changes the dimension from one dimension to another. The energy changes, and that means the words have power to change the energy. No? Just for
Hmm.
example, that you are in a very happy mood. Suddenly, you hear a word danger, you will become panic. No, because that's not a positive word. So that
Hmm.
word has changed your energy from a happy mood to a panicky mood. So same way,
Hmm.
words, every word has energy, and that can change your energy. That shifts your energy. That means
Hmm.
by using switch word, you can change your mind frequency so that your subconscious mind gets trained in such a way that it helps your conscious mind to achieve your goals and desires. So you can
Okay.
even tell it as modern mantras, because you know the benefits of mantras. While chanting the mantras, you get benefited. And these are
Hmm.
modern mantras. There is no religion associated with it. That is the beauty of it. Any religion can use it. It's just single English words.
Okay. So the language is English of the switch word?
Yeah, there are others, but majority is English. No? But nowadays that Vedic switch words and other switch words has also come up. But
Hmm.
mainly this concept started with English switch words, simple words, single words. So there is, you
Okay.
don't need to know when you do the affirmations, you need to either in a present continuous or a past tense we use. But here there is
Hmm.
no such things, just a single word. So it's very easy
Okay.
to use.
So, ma'am, can you please give us the difference now that you're saying, like, what is the difference between switch words and affirmations?
Both you can use to get your goals and desires, but unlike
Hmm.
affirmations, affirmations are big sentences. These are all single words. Of course, you can create switch word phrase with multiple words, but normally
Hmm.
it's single words.
And ma'am, why is it single?
Words, that is switch words. If each word has a meaning or it has power to change the affirmation, I mean,
Hmm.
to change your energy. So all
Hmm.
switch words are single words only. They're just one word.
Okay.
That is
So
switch
it makes
word.
it faster for us. Like in case of
Yeah, switch word.
affirmations, we have to say the entire sentence.
Yeah, it's switch word.
Hmm.
Though we use switch phrases, switch
Hmm.
phrase and switch pair, where you will be using two words. That's a pair. And switch phrases means you use multiple words. So that just see, if one word is giving you so much results, and for the
Hmm.
if you use two, three words combined together for the same goal, it can
Hmm.
multiply the effect. Na? So that's why we
Okay.
use switch words. And again, we use that in
Okay.
a energy circle that the
Hmm.
power will be even more enhanced.
Okay. So on this energy circle is a part of switch words?
The power of such.
Okay. Okay. So ma'am, what is the difference between switch word and healing codes?
Mealy codes mainly, these are digits, numbers. They are numbers.
Hmm.
There
Hmm.
you get for every disease or emotional problem, you get a healing code associated for that, available for
Hmm.
that. Switch words are
Hmm.
mainly for situations. Suppose if you want something, you suppose just like I said that you misplace something, there is a word for that. You chant that for
Hmm.
that. But if you're having
Hmm.
headache or you're having migraine, then for that you get a specific code. If you are having fever, you get a specific code. You have
Hmm.
some heart ailment. Suppose if you are having cataract, you are having myopia, and you are having eye irritation. Every
Hmm.
single ailment, you get a switch healing code. So that is more
Okay.
specific. They are in digits. They are
Hmm.
in digits. And switch words are
Okay.
words, English words.
Okay. So ma'am, how, like, firstly, my question is, who invented this? Like, who brought this concept into the world of switch words and healing codes?
James T. Mangan has started the switch words. He has
Hmm.
started this. So he lived in somewhere 1896 to 1970 period. That means it's more than 60-year-old concept. Now, after that, many
Okay.
people have invented the Surya Mira sir, Narayan sir, and still people are inventing. Literally daily, some new switch words are coming out. The research is still going on. And the healing codes are developed by there are also many other people. That switch word concept is started by James T. Mangan. Then
Okay.
Augusta Coates, then Cat Miller. There are so many people still developing the codes and all, switch words.
Hmm. So, like, what is the science, exact science behind the working of switch words? For example, in our day-to-day life, also we keep thinking positive things, but then we don't attract what we think. Then how come using switch words we are able to attract what we want?
So how no, they have the power to change your subconscious mind, because everything is there in your subconscious mind. Even negative thoughts and negative patterns, that becomes your habit because it's stored in your subconscious mind in like that way. So by using
Hmm.
these words, just like mantras while chanting, you change into positive. The normal mantras we do. There's a Gayatri mantra, oh yes, Hanuman Chalisa. These are all mantras only. Same way there are so
Hmm.
many mantras in Hinduism, but this is a totally new concept in English, so it's no religion is associated with it, and these switch words change your energy of your mind power to such a level that
Hmm.
your conscious mind also get adapted to it. That will make you achieve goals and desires.
Okay. So ma'am, like, is there any particular duration for which we need to chant them? Like, what is the process of chanting
There
switch
are
words, and for how long do we need to do that?
so many ways. Chanting is one of the most popular ones. Either you can
Hmm.
chant, but there are other methods also. You can use it in your body. You can use it for charging your water. You can use it for charging your body, and you can create energy circle. So that also that switch word chanting is also different, and number that healing code chanting also different. Both have different concepts, matlab, ways of doing it. And when you are
Oh,
using in energy circle, you don't need to chant. That's the easiest way. So because that
okay.
becomes more easy, because literally daily you don't need to sit and chant. That the beauty
Hmm.
of energy circle is that you can have three wishes in single energy circle. So by using them,
Hmm.
you can have that three things simultaneously. Otherwise, you need to sit and chant for individually for each thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Right.
there are processes for it.
Hmm.
So energy
Okay.
circle, if you know how to create it, that will become
Hmm.
very easier and more powerful.
Okay. And this is what you teach in your course, the
Yeah,
course
I
that you
teach.
take of switch words.
Yeah, how to use
Oh.
them, how to make phrases, and how you can create energy circle, how you can use them, and those
Hmm.
things are in the. It's a 3 hour online session only that you can learn
Okay.
easily.
Okay. And ma'am, if someone wants to subscribe for your course, how can it be done?
You can follow my page, Golden Petal Reiki. I have page, Instagram and Facebook page. For
Hmm.
through my contact number 8320026969. They can contact me.
Hmm.
Then I can add them to the group, and in the group we'll decide a date and a time convenient for majority. Then there is
Hmm.
a batch becomes, and then I'll teach.
Okay. So, ma'am, coming on to the next technical question, which is, for example, if I'm using a switch word as directed by you, and I have some limiting beliefs related to that switch word, then will that switch word work for me?
Well, honestly speaking, faith is required because doubt spoils your attempts. But what you call, there are many people who don't even know what are switch words. So
Hmm.
sometimes they come up with some problem. I suggest them some switch words. So they just start using them just because I told them, because they trust me, and they get results. When they get results, the faith starts from there. Then they
Hmm.
started asking for it. Then they join the course and they learn on their own and then start using.
Okay. So, ma'am, are you suggesting that faith is not necessary while using switch words?
Not exactly necessary, but if it is there, you will get result fast. Because when you
Oh.
doubt something, any energy modality, when you doubt something, you are blocking
Hmm.
that energy. So
Hmm.
that spoils the atoms, yeah, your effort. So just trust, okay, something is there. Otherwise, it would have been continuing more than 60 years, I suppose. So something
Hmm.
is there in it. People are using, getting it. So just trust the process and do it at least for the first time with full concentration, because intention is more important in switch words. Because same word
Hmm.
has multiple meaning. So how
Hmm.
you, with what intention you are using that particular word, that is what is more important. So, for
Hmm.
example, just like I give you one switch word, that the most popular one, the reach. Reach is a very
Hmm.
popular switch word that anything
Hmm.
you misplace, you can use for that. Same
Hmm.
way, that reach can be used for getting back your to what you forgotten, to remember
Hmm.
things. Suppose
Hmm.
you misplace something, you can use reach. But it's the same way,
Hmm.
suppose if your kid is appearing for exam and suddenly he or she forgot something, just stand with the intention that I want to remember what I learned. Just stand reach for
Hmm.
some time, then he will be able to remember what he has learned. So same
Okay.
meaning, almost every word has two, three meanings. So that
Hmm.
intention is making the difference. With what intention you are using that word. Or same
Hmm.
word, reach you can use. Suppose you want to go somewhere and reach somewhere, or you want to get
Hmm.
a admission to a college, a particular college.
Hmm.
Then again
Hmm.
stand, use the reach. Same word will work because that has multiple meaning. I said, no. So with intention, okay,
Okay.
I am chanting, going to chant this for getting admission in
Hmm.
this particular college. Then I chant reach. Then that is for that
Hmm.
thing. So same word has
Okay.
multiple meanings. So that intention makes it more. So when the faith is there, then you can make your intention strong. So that will
Hmm.
work better.
Right. So, ma'am, for like how many times do we need to repeat that word? Like, should I chant it until I get my desired object, or can I just declare it once in the universe and I can then leave it up to the universe to get that thing to me?
Chanting, it's chanting. Chanting means that multiple times you need to do. For any word, we suggest at least with closed eyes, with an intention, you just minimum 10 minutes. 10 minutes you
10
need
minutes.
chant. 10 minutes minimum. Because
Okay.
then only it works. Na? You're sending that vibration to the universe to get it back.
Hmm.
But maximum that you can repeat as many times. Na? Whenever you have time. Suppose it's a very important. Suppose it's getting a college admission that you just one day 10 minutes chanting won't be enough. Na? Because it may
Hmm.
be tough. So daily
Right.
you can at least take out some time. Na? Or
Hmm.
if you misplay something that you can chant till you get that, na? First you sit and chant for some time, 10 minutes, then keep on
Hmm.
chanting and do. Because
Whenever
when
we
you're
get time,
sitting
we
it,
can do that.
yeah,
Hmm. Okay. So, I'm like, is there any number which we need to follow? Like, do it for 11 times or 21 times, or any number of time we can do it?
number of times, but some says that there are. I told now these are developed by many people, so they
Hmm.
everyone has their own concept. So some says
Hmm.
it's 28 times, and the
Hmm.
same way other if we take healing codes, we say 45 times. That is a different thing. It's not 10 minutes there. It's for minimum 25 times you need to chant the. Okay. So there is no
Hmm.
maximum limit. So everyone has their own concept because so many, though it's has developed by James T. Mankin, after that many people and still people are searching and coming up with a new switchwords.
Hmm.
So that's why there are
Okay.
other things, we use it in body and we use it in this energy circle. Then we don't need to chant. Things become
Hmm.
easier.
Right.
So for that,
Like we
yeah.
can
But
just write our intention in the circle and keep a glass of water over it to charge water, and then
there
we
are
can drink. The things happen.
not exactly like that. We create energy
Hmm.
circle. That's a different process that we teach in the session. But
Okay.
yeah, later on you can charge it. You can charge your body and all. So and two,
Hmm.
three.
Hmm.
It's just normally chant we do. No? Suppose if
Hmm.
you misplay something, suddenly you want something, then you don't need to create an energy circle. No? You just chant it.
Hmm.
But if you want
Hmm.
to have a
Attract
long term,
something. Hmm.
you have long term goals. I want to attract a job. I want to
Hmm.
attract a new car. I want to get
Hmm.
admission in a particular college, or I want a job in a particular company. Then it
Hmm.
doesn't come overnight, na? So it may take 10 days, 15 days, whatever. That time it will be easier if you make a energy circle. There you can use multiple words. Then it will be more easier. Then you don't need to
Okay.
chant and all.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
right. But
Okay.
for short
Okay.
things, suddenly you get stuck in traffic jam. It's okay. Just stand a switch word to get there
Hmm.
out of the click that way. So immediate
Hmm.
effects we chant. Otherwise, we don't prefer chanting because it
Okay.
takes time. Yeah. So other
Hmm.
methods
Okay,
are
ma'am.
long term called.
Hmm. So, ma'am, how many types of switch words are actually there?
There are three types. In fact, I will say five, but three mainly. That one is
Hmm.
universal switch word that will work 95 to 100%. And second is open switch words that will work 50 to 94%. And diffusing switch word that works for to diffusing your negative energy, negative emotion, negative thinking, yeah, if stuck energy. To diffuse them,
Hmm.
we use diffusing switch words. And there are
Hmm.
more, two more that just one is personal switch word that will work only for you. And the other one is healing codes.
Hmm. Okay. Why are there these different type of switch words? Like the use of everything is the same. Then why are there
But I
different?
told you, no, universal switch word, you can call them as master switch word also. You can use them
Okay.
for any situation, any situation. You can use just like you use the Joker card in the deck of cards, no, that you can use it
Hmm.
anyway. Same way,
Hmm.
master switch words, that universal switch words, you can use anywhere. And that
Hmm.
effectiveness that I told you, 95 to 100%. That means
Hmm.
that if you give the same word to 100 people,
Hmm.
95 will you will get definitely get results. Only 5% you may not get. That is 95 to 100% you get results.
Hmm.
And the
Hmm.
open switch words are same way. They get 50 to 94. So normally we don't look it for whether it is an open switch word or this is a universal switch word while we use creating energy circle. But sometimes when we get stuck, so that we get confused that you are getting same word, the two, three words for the same purpose. Okay. So then if you want to choose out of one from out of those, then check whether it is a universal one or a open one. Then go for the
Okay.
universal one. So because that gives you
Hmm.
results more.
Okay.
That's how we select it.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, like the main difference is between the energy of these words. The universal words are
Energy of it.
more energetic or powerful or at higher
Yeah,
frequencies.
but even open switch were also very effective. Normally, we don't even look at whether it is open or switch. They give it,
Hmm.
but still, if you want to go deep into it, then go for universal. That's
Okay.
only.
Okay. In any case, the main thing is of faith. So if we are believing in the words, then they will work for us, whether they will
Yes,
be
that's
open
it.
or universal.
Yeah, that will
Okay.
work. The trust is there, then it will work.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Okay. So, ma'am, now can we please take a rapid fire round of some general switch words for specific situations?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, can you please suggest a switch word for attracting love?
HU. H in capital, U in small. Then you can use love. Then
Okay.
23, all in words.
Okay.
WENTY, 23.
Okay. Switch word for attracting abundance.
Bucket. BUCKET.
Okay. Ma'am, can you please share switch word for relieving stress?
Chewing gum. C capital, chewing, and G capital, gum. And also you
Okay.
can use shake.
Okay. Then switch word for boosting confidence.
Kaleidoscope.
Okay.
Kaleidoscope. K
Hmm.
capital, rest all in small letter.
Okay. Switch word for attracting a dream career.
Career. Endorsement.
Okay. Then switch word for increasing positive energy in our life.
Good news. G capital, N capital.
Okay. Switch word for finding something which you have lost.
Reach.
Switch word for increasing focus and concentration.
Deep.
Okay. Switch word for better sleep.
Lavender.
Okay. Switch word for personal growth.
Sunrise. Bamboo.
Okay. So, ma'am, now can you please suggest few general switch words which can be used in daily life for personal growth?
Just like I told you that together and divine, they are all master switch words. That almost we use it every situation. So for every
Okay.
situation, you can use them by adding other words include in. So then it become a phrase. But if you
Hmm.
don't not remember anything that with intention, you can use these master switch words.
Together and
Divine
divine.
together, you can individually also you use together, or
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
use individually divine. Yeah, together divine. That is also you can.
Hmm. Okay. So together can also like help us to align with the universal energies, na?
Anything I told you, their master switch words can be used for any situation. There, your intention is what is matters.
Okay. So, ma'am, like with this, we are coming to the end of the video. I would request you to share three lessons which you have learned so far in your life.
Mm, be grateful for whatever you have.
Hmm.
Gratitude is the most greatest virtue, I feel.
Hmm.
And second, trust the divine timing. Whatever meant for you will come to you at the right time. You just need to be patient.
Hmm.
And third is you need to be to love yourself and give priority to your happiness. Then only you
Hmm.
can help others. When you are not happy, you cannot help others.
Right.
So give priority to yourself. Love yourself first.
Right. And ma'am, finally, the last question of the video. Can you please share one tip with our viewers in which they can apply in their daily lives and get good spiritual growth out of it?
Be consistent and keep practicing. Then only you can gain experience. Unless and until you practice, you can't gain any experience. So be
Hmm.
consistent and gain, keep experimenting. So when you learn switch words, Just don't keep it with you. Just keep sharing with others. Give it to your friends, give it to your clients. And then when they give you results, then that's faith starts coming. Then you
Hmm.
start trusting that process.
Hmm. Right. So with this, we are now closing the video. And before that, I would really like to thank you, ma'am, for joining us and sharing your wisdom with us, giving us your precious time. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank
joining.
you so much for giving me an opportunity to come here onto your channel. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Thank you. And for our viewers, stay tuned because there is a lot more coming on healing modalities. So we promise to see you soon.